France are looking to make it 3 from 3 in their first home game of this year's Women's Six Nations. My name is Mark. Let's talk rugby. This is France versus Scotland. It's at the Stade de la Rabine in Vannes. Kickoff time is 3:15 BST. Quick look at the two teams, starting with the home team, France. So backs are Boulard, Boujard, Ménager, Vernier, Laurens, Tremolier, Bourdon. Forwards then, Brosseau, Sochat, Calafawi, Pichou, Forlani, Bertomeu, Hermé, and Escudero. Replacements, Rifanu, Mwembe, Bernadou, Romain Ménager, Annery, Chambon, Arbez, and Billopon. The Scottish team then, backs Raleigh, Musgrave, Orr, Thompson, McGee, Nelson, and Madison. Forwards, Bartlett, Skeldon, Belisle, O'Donnell, Macmillan, Malcolm, Gallagher, Conkle, Roberts. Replacements then are Retty, Young, Clark, Donaldson, McLaughlin, MacDonald, Smith, and Grant. Okay, so team news, starting with France. Got 7 changes from the team that beat Ireland. Yelana Brosseau is in for Annelle Deshay, who's banned after a red card against Ireland. Asia Kalafui is in for Clara Joyu. Male Piku in for Mane Falou. Gail Hermé promoted from the bench in place of Emmeline Gross. And Jessie Tremolier in for Clara Arbez, who drops down to the bench. Melisandre Laurens comes in at left wing, with Caroline Boujard moving to right wing. Emily Boulard back in for Morgan Borges at full back. Amber Mwembe set to make her debut from the bench. Scotland then 3 changes from the team that lost to Wales. Jade Conkle-Roberts is in for Meryl Street. Lisa Thompson in for Rachel McLaughlin, and she'll earn her 50th cap in this one. Evie Gallagher moves to 7 to make room for Conkle-Roberts. Liz Musgrove is in for Corinne Grant, and the 3 replaced players drop down to the bench. This is 3rd ranked in the world versus 11th. Scotland dropped down from 10th to 11th after that loss to Wales. In their last games, France had 48% possession and 46% territory against Ireland. They scored 3.8 points per visit to the opposition 22, and all of that despite having 14 players for most of the game. Scotland, 41% possession, 47% territory against Wales, 2.4 points per visit to 22 was actually a fairly good return for them. France then 20 offloads against Ireland, kept the ball moving really well, and because Ireland were competing at the ruck, but they were just able to make sure that there weren't as many rucks as maybe Ireland would like. They lost just 1 ruck against Ireland, and they had 4 breakdown steals themselves. Scotland made 16 handling errors against Wales, so they're going to have to be better with that if they're going to have any chance in this game, and they had also had 4 breakdown steals. France then 11 line breaks against Ireland. They went 60% into scrum, but only had 7 in the pack for most of the game. So you have to bear that in mind. 11 lineouts, 1 and 2 steals as well. Scotland, 281 attempted tackles against Wales, so a big defensive shift. 100% in the scrum, 12 lineouts, 1 and a steal as well. So both teams going fairly well in their lineouts. Top performers then, Banet was the top carrier for France, 120 metres. Next was Gabrielle Bernier with 85 for Scotland. Chloe Raleigh, 117 metres. She's almost always their top carrier. Francesca McGee next with 72. For France then, Charlotte Escudero, top tackler, 22. And then Mane Falou with 19. For Scotland then, Lana Skeldon, 30 tackles, Malcolm with 23 and Gallagher 22. Also, Helen Nelson kicked for 165 metres, so a decent shift from her. For France as well, Audrey Forlani, 6 line-out takes, and then Pauline Bourdon, 2 tries and 2 try assists. A great performance from her. She's so hard to predict what she's going to do, and she's got that ability to either beat you or to put somebody else through a gap. So you've got to be constantly on the lookout for both. For Scotland then, also Lindsay O'Donnell with 6 line-out takes. So she is their main target in the line-out. Coaches then, Gail Minot has been talking about how they can't wait to play in front of their own fans in the first home game of this year's tournament. The crowd create a great atmosphere in bands. He also said that the week off allowed him to recharge for this game, and they'll be looking to continue the good work from the start of the tournament. Scotland coach then, Brian Eason, said it's great to see Lisa Thompson get her 50 cap. She's been a real stalwart of Scottish rugby, and it's well deserved. Also talked about it being good to have Conkle Roberts back in the squad as well. Said they have a few things to work on, from the first 2 rounds, speed of play being one, and being more clinical when they have chances in the opposition 22. Also said that France are going to be a tough challenge, but they're looking forward to it. In terms of real prospects for the game, I think Scotland, they're going to be looking to make a 3 from 3 at home. Italy did push them close, but they looked more comfortable against Ireland, even with 14 players. Scotland, they'll be looking for, I think, a decent performance here and to hang on to France for as long as they can, but they'll be probably targeting the last 2 games for possible wins, especially that home game against Ireland. And I think, expect France to win fairly comfortably in this one.